What if I told you the real danger of artificial intelligence isn't losing your job? It's losing your money. For years, everyone's been afraid that AI will replace workers, automate jobs, and disrupt industries. But while the world argues about layoffs and automation, something darker is happening behind the scenes. Governments and Wall Street aren't just watching AI, they're planning to tax it. Yes, every dollar you make with AI, every profit generated from automation, every side hustle powered by machine learning, hidden inside the system is what I call the AI tax trap. It's not written on the headlines. It's not openly debated on the news. But buried inside financial laws, corporate lobbying, and secret government reports is the same pattern we've seen throughout history. The moment a new technology creates wealth, the people in power create a way to take it from you. Think back to the internet. When it first exploded, governments promised freedom. The web belongs to everyone, they said. But within a few years, entire tax codes appeared around online transactions, digital goods, even streaming services. Suddenly, freedom wasn't free anymore. It was billable. Think back to crypto. At first, it was the currency of freedom, outside government control. But as soon as regular people started making serious money, the IRS, the SEC, and financial regulators worldwide rushed in. Heavy taxes, stricter reporting, threats of audits. Billions of dollars vanished overnight. Not because people lost trades, but because they didn't understand the tax traps waiting for them. And now, it's happening again with AI. Freelancers using AI to write, design, or code. Small businesses automating marketing and sales. Traders using AI bots to predict markets. Even ordinary people making passive income with AI-powered tools. They think they're winning. They think they've found freedom. But what they don't know is that the trap is already set. Governments are rewriting tax codes to target AI-driven profits. Corporations are lobbying for rules that favor them while punishing individuals. And history shows us what happens next. Those who don't understand the rules will pay the price. This video is not theory. It's not speculation. It's happening right now. In this investigation, we'll expose the truth about the AI tax trap. How hidden tax codes are being engineered to drain AI profits. Why freelancers, entrepreneurs, and small creators are the first victims. Real stories of people who lost everything, not because of bad business, but because of tax traps they didn't see coming. And most importantly, how you can protect yourself before it's too late. Because the future of AI isn't just about opportunity, it's about control. And if you don't learn how to spot the trap, then no matter how much AI helps you earn, you'll never get to keep it. Let me tell you a story. In 2023, a young coder named Alex was living what many dream of. He wasn't a Wall Street trader, or a Silicon Valley billionaire, or a big-shot CEO. He was just a freelancer, one of millions, trying to make ends meet. Alex discovered the power of artificial intelligence early. He used AI tools to speed up his work, writing code, fixing bugs, even generating whole apps in hours instead of weeks. Soon, he wasn't just working for clients. He was building his own AI-powered apps and selling them online. And it worked. Within months, Alex went from making a few $100s a week to thousands. By the end of the year, his side hustle had become a full-time income. He posted on forums telling others, "AI changed my life. I don't need a boss. I don't need a 9-to-5. I'm free." But freedom has a price. What Alex didn't know was that the government was watching. Not him personally, but the pattern. A new wave of people making serious money with AI, and none of it fitting neatly into existing tax codes. So what did they do? They wrote new rules. Suddenly, digital income wasn't just self-employment. It was AI-generated revenue, a category that came with hidden taxes and complicated reporting. Rules buried in tax updates that no freelancer ever reads. Alex didn't notice. He kept building, kept selling, kept growing. Until one day he received a letter. It wasn't a thank you. It wasn't an award for innovation. It was a bill. The government demanded tens of thousands of dollars in back taxes. Penalties, interest, fees, money Alex didn't even know he owed. Overnight, his success turned into debt. He wasn't alone. Across forums, similar stories appeared. Designers fined for selling AI art. Writers taxed for AI-generated ebooks. Traders audited for AI-assisted stock picks. Ordinary people who thought they'd found freedom, suddenly trapped. And here's the dark truth, this isn't an accident. Governments know that individuals are the easiest targets. They don't have lobbyists. They don't have tax lawyers. They don't have offshore accounts. They're vulnerable. So while billion-dollar corporations quietly shape the laws to protect themselves, freelancers like Alex get crushed. This is the first layer of the AI tax trap. It doesn't look like corruption. It doesn't look like theft. It looks like paperwork. Ordinary, boring, invisible paperwork. But hidden inside that paperwork is a weapon designed to keep power where it belongs. With them, not you. Alex's story is just the beginning. Because what started with freelancers is spreading fast. In the next section, we'll reveal how Wall Street itself pushed for AI tax codes, not to protect you, but to make sure you'll never compete with them on equal ground. If you think freelancers like Alex are the only ones in danger, think again. Because when it comes to AI profits, the biggest players in the game aren't coders or small businesses. They're the giants of Wall Street. And here's the twist. They're not afraid of losing money to AI. They're afraid of you making money with it. For decades, Wall Street has thrived on one thing: control. Control of the markets. Control of the information. Control of who gets access to tools that can make money. They built an empire on keeping ordinary people one step behind. But AI changed that balance. Suddenly, retail traders had bots as powerful as hedge funds. Freelancers had automation once reserved for billion-dollar companies. A single coder could compete with entire firms. For Wall Street, this wasn't just inconvenient, it was dangerous. So what did they do? The same thing they've always done. They called in favors. Behind closed doors, banks and hedge funds pressured regulators. They whispered in the ears of lawmakers, AI is risky. AI trading is dangerous. AI profits need oversight. They weren't wrong, but their solution wasn't to protect you. It was to protect themselves. Within months, proposals started appearing. New AI compliance standards, special reporting requirements for AI-assisted profits. Extra fees, extra paperwork, extra loopholes, all carefully designed to bury individuals while leaving corporations untouched. And here's the dirty secret. Those same corporations were already exempt. When a hedge fund uses AI to predict market shifts, it's called innovation. When a freelancer uses the same algorithm, it's called unregulated and taxable. It's a double standard written into the system. Think about the 2008 financial crisis. Banks made reckless bets, collapsed the global economy, and got bailed out with taxpayer money. Meanwhile, ordinary homeowners lost everything. History repeats itself. Only this time, the weapon isn't mortgages. It's AI. A leaked report from a major lobbying firm in 2024 revealed the truth. AI taxation represents an opportunity to limit retail adoption and secure corporate dominance. Their words, not mine. And it worked. Governments around the world are already passing AI financial laws that sound protective but are really restrictive. In the EU, small traders are banned from certain AI-driven strategies that hedge funds still use daily. In the US, tax codes are being rewritten to treat AI-generated profits as high-risk income, with higher rates. This is the second layer of the AI tax trap. Wall Street doesn't need to ban your tools. They just make them too expensive, too risky, too complicated for you to use. They bury you in taxes while they quietly profit from the exact same systems. The message is clear: AI isn't for everyone. It's for them. And if you dare to compete, you'll pay the price. But this is only the beginning. Because as powerful as Wall Street is, governments see AI as something even bigger. A new frontier of wealth, waiting to be taxed like never before. And in the next section, we'll see how history itself proves that every new technology, electricity, the internet, crypto, was turned into a revenue machine for the powerful. And AI? It's just the latest chapter in a story centuries old. If you think this AI tax trap sounds new or unusual, let me remind you of something. It's not. In fact, it's the oldest trick in the book. Every single time a revolutionary technology has appeared, something that gives ordinary people more power, those in charge have found a way to turn it into a taxable cage. Take the internet. When the web exploded in the 1990s, it was a digital Wild West. Entrepreneurs built websites in their bedrooms and became millionaires overnight. Online stores popped up without borders, without restrictions. For a short moment, it truly felt like freedom. But freedom never lasts long when governments realize there's money to be made. By the early 2000s, new regulations appeared. Sales tax on online transactions, fees on digital goods, international tariffs on cross-border e-commerce. At first, it was just a few percent. But as billions of dollars moved online, the taxman moved in too. The Wild West became a fenced farm, and governments took their cut of every transaction. Now think about crypto. When Bitcoin first arrived, it was the currency of the people. No banks, no governments, just math and code. Early adopters made fortunes, believing they had escaped the system forever. But the system always fights back. Soon, crypto profits were labeled as capital gains, taxes on every trade, penalties for failing to report, entire exchanges forced to share user data with authorities. In some countries, people went to jail not for fraud, not for scams, but simply for not paying taxes on digital coins they didn't even know were taxable. What started as freedom became another revenue stream for the powerful. And now, the same script is being replayed, this time with AI. Just like the internet, AI began as a tool for dreamers. Just like crypto, it was hailed as liberation. But governments don't see liberation. They see a gold mine. They see freelancers building businesses overnight. They see small traders making money with bots. They see entrepreneurs automating what once required entire companies. And instead of asking, how do we support this revolution? They ask, how do we tax it? The pattern is clear. New technology appears. Ordinary people get a taste of freedom. Governments step in, claiming to protect consumers. The real goal? Build a new tax machine. AI is no exception. The same lawmakers who couldn't explain what AI even is are already drafting rules to make sure every dollar it generates flows back into their hands. History doesn't lie. The internet was trapped. Crypto was trapped. And AI is next. But there's an even darker truth. Unlike the internet or crypto, AI is not just a financial tool, it's a universal tool. It touches every job, every industry, every transaction. Which means when the AI tax trap fully snaps shut, it won't just catch some of us. It will catch all of us. And in the next section, we'll see how this trap isn't just local, it's global. From Washington to Brussels to Beijing, governments are racing to claim their piece of the AI pie. And if you think you can escape by moving or hiding, think again. If you thought the AI tax trap was only a problem in one country, think again. This isn't local, it's global. From Washington to Brussels to Beijing, governments are moving fast. Not to support innovation, but to claim their share of the AI gold rush. Let's start with the United States. America likes to brand itself as the home of innovation, the land of entrepreneurs, the Silicon Valley dream. But behind the shiny slogans, the US government is already rewriting tax codes to target AI-generated profits. Freelancers who use AI tools to write, design, or trade are being told their income isn't regular self-employment anymore. It's AI-assisted income, a new category that comes with higher reporting standards, stricter audits, and, of course, heavier taxes. Wall Street firms? They get exemptions. Startups with lobbyists? They get loopholes. Ordinary people? They get letters from the IRS demanding payments they didn't even know existed. And with the US elections heating up, both parties agree on one thing. AI is a gold mine, and they won't let it slip away untaxed. Now cross the Atlantic to Europe. The European Union has always been aggressive with regulation. GDPR proved how quickly they can rewrite the rules of the digital world. And with AI, they're doing it again. The EU's new AI Act doesn't just regulate how companies use AI. It builds a framework to monitor and tax profits tied to AI applications. Imagine selling an AI-generated ebook in Germany. Under the AI Act, you might face reporting requirements not just on the income, but on the algorithm itself. Imagine building an AI art app in France. Suddenly, your revenue could be subject to digital service taxes layered on top of regular VAT. It's not just about safety, it's about control. And then there's China. China sees AI not just as a tool, but as a weapon in the global economic war. And like every weapon, it must be controlled by the state. Already, Chinese regulations require companies to register AI models with the government, share data, and comply with strict rules on usage. But hidden inside those rules are financial hooks. Every AI service, every subscription, every digital product must go through channels the government can monitor and tax. For individuals, this means zero freedom. A freelancer in Shanghai can't just build an AI app and sell it globally without state approval. And when they do, the government takes a cut before they see a cent. Put it all together, and the picture is clear. In the US, AI profits are being targeted with stealth taxes and audits. In the EU, AI is being tied into layers of regulation and fees. In China, AI isn't just taxed, it's owned by the state. The AI tax trap isn't one law or one country. It's a global net tightening around anyone who dares to profit from this technology. And here's the scariest part. These governments are watching each other. When one writes a new law, the others copy it. When one raises a tax, the others follow. The trap isn't closing in one place. It's closing everywhere, all at once. Which means the dream of escaping by moving to another country is just that, a dream. In the next section, we'll explore what's coming next. Why the years 2025 to 2030 may become the most dangerous tax war in history, and how ordinary people will be caught in the crossfire. The story so far has shown us individuals like Alex crushed by hidden tax codes, Wall Street lobbying to protect itself, and governments worldwide weaving a net around AI profits. But here's the part that almost nobody is ready for. The next 5 years will not just be about regulation. They will be about war. A tax war unlike anything we've ever seen. Why? Because AI isn't just another technology, it's a global economic engine. It's not limited to one industry. It touches every industry: finance, healthcare, education, entertainment, logistics, energy, and beyond. That means the profits AI generates are beyond anything governments have ever tried to control. And when the stakes are that high, the fight becomes brutal. Let's break it down. Between 2025 and 2030, The International Monetary Fund estimates that AI will add trillions of dollars to the global economy. But those trillions won't flow quietly into the hands of innovators. They will trigger a frenzy of taxation. Governments will fight each other for jurisdiction. Imagine a freelancer in India using AI to sell services in the US, hosted on servers in Germany, and earning revenue in crypto. Which country gets the tax? India? The US? Germany? All three? Expect endless battles where multiple governments claim the same dollar, leaving ordinary people trapped in impossible compliance nightmares. Corporations will weaponize tax codes. Big tech and Wall Street will lobby for rules that give them safe harbor while forcing individuals into risky legal gray zones. If a small developer misses a single form, they'll be fined. If a hedge fund uses the same tool, it will be written off as R&D. New categories of tax will emerge. Don't be surprised when terms like AI productivity tax or automation levy start appearing in headlines. The idea will be sold as fairness, governments claiming that since AI replaces jobs, profits must be taxed to support displaced workers. But in reality, it will be another way to drain wealth from individuals and funnel it back into the system. And here's the kicker. Unlike crypto or the internet, AI is inescapable. You can choose not to buy Bitcoin. You can choose not to run an online store. But in 2025-2030, AI will be embedded in everything. Your bank, your job, your doctor, your government, all AI-powered. Which means the taxes will be unavoidable too. The result? A global arms race of taxation. Governments competing not to protect you, but to out-tax each other. Corporations pushing rules not to innovate, but to maintain dominance. And individuals, freelancers, small businesses, creators, caught in the middle, drowning in a storm of laws they never voted for and penalties they can't escape. History books will call it the tax wars of the AI era. And just like real wars, there will be winners and losers. The winners will be the ones who prepared, who learned the rules before they were written, who understood the trap before it snapped shut. The losers? Everyone else. By 2030, the AI tax trap may not just be a hidden threat. It may be the single greatest financial weapon governments and corporations have ever used against ordinary people. And the question you have to ask yourself is simple. Will you be ready, or will you be crushed? In the final section, we'll tie everything together and reveal how awareness, adaptation, and preparation are the only tools you have left to fight back. So now you've seen it all. The story of Alex, the freelancer who thought AI was his ticket to freedom, until the tax man came knocking. The whispers in Wall Street boardrooms, where billionaires lobbied to make sure AI profits stayed in their pockets, not yours. The governments across the world, from Washington to Brussels to Beijing, each racing to design their own cages, rules, codes, audits, all disguised as protection, but really just taxation. And then the future, 2025 through 2030, when the trap doesn't just catch a few, it catches all of us. When AI becomes so deeply embedded in our lives that every profit, every tool, every dollar touched by AI carries a hidden price tag. A tax not just on your income, but on your future. The pattern is undeniable. History repeats itself. The internet was taxed. Crypto was taxed. Every revolution is first celebrated, then captured. And now it's AI's turn. But here's the truth they don't want you to hear. The trap only works if you walk into it blind. If you know the history, if you understand the strategies, if you prepare now, you can step around the snare while others fall in. You can protect your profits while others watch theirs disappear. You can build freedom in a system designed to keep you enslaved. The AI tax trap is real. It's already here. And while most will ignore it until it's too late, you have a choice. The choice to stay ahead. The choice to question. The choice to fight back. Because the people in power don't fear AI. They don't fear the technology. They fear you. An ordinary person using AI to build wealth, independence, and freedom outside their control. And that is why they will do everything to tax it, cage it, and bury it. So the question is simple. Will you fall into the AI tax trap, or will you break free before it snaps shut? If you want the truth they're not telling you, about AI, about Wall Street, about the future of money, then don't just watch this video. Subscribe now, because the next story we're about to expose may be even darker, even more dangerous, and even more important for your survival. This isn't just entertainment. It's a warning, a roadmap, a weapon. And in a world where AI is the future, your only hope is to stay one step ahead of the trap.